Here we go.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Kenny Russian, the deal maker extraordinaire, and this is the second day, day 2 of me actually out here hitting the streets real hard with Jeff, who has a goal to make $25,000 in 90 days. Jeff is a college student, and he's interning at my company, and I told Jeff, look, Jeff, I really want you to hit this really hard. I want you to go out here and use these dollar deal maker strategies that I'm going to teach you so that you can put $25,000 in your pocket before you go back to college. So last night at 12 o'clock, we put out some bandit signs. And bandit signs, as you guys are aware, are just corrugated signs. And you may see them in all kinds of different intersections. Like there's a couple of them right here that basically advertises that we have houses for sale. Now, whenever you're putting up your bandit signs, you want to make sure that you're creative. You want to make sure that your signs stick out and that they're different than all the other I buy houses cash signs that you may see out there. So what we did is we put together a few signs that were pretty creative, and because of that, Jeff's phone has been ringing off the hook. All right?
That's
it's been
right.
ringing off the hook. And that's because we put signs out there that says things like, sell me your house or I'll cry. Or sell me your house or I'll die. And then we had one sign that had a smiley face that says, you'll be happy when you sell me your house. See, you have to be creative. If you're not creative in your marketing and your advertising, then you're just going to be like all these other guys who are now out of business because they don't have the intellect to go out there and advertise creatively. So right now, we're about to go look at a house from one of Jeff's leads from his I Buy Houses cash
That we just put out
last night. Matter of fact, this guy, he actually called from the sign that said I buy hood houses. Said in the hood is all good. So we're going to go look at this house right now. Now, the good thing about this particular deal is that this deal, the guy owns it free and clear. There's no mortgage attached to this property. His mother is 80 years old. She just wants to sell the house. He's here from out of town. He wants to get rid of it quickly. So we're going to go by here, try and take a look at it from, again, a bandit sign that we just put down last night. He has 2 houses. Matter of fact, it's 2 houses that he's trying to sell. And we're going to try and see if we can turn this lead into some cold, hard cash. Cash, all right? So I told Jeff before we even started to come over here that I've already done a little bit of due diligence. I know these neighborhoods. I bought hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses around here. So I think that a good takedown price is about $10,000. I think that if we can buy this property for $10,000, that we should be able to find a buyer to sell it for $20,000 and make a quick $10,000 profit. So we're almost there. If you guys look around the neighborhood, this is just like a regular low to low end section of Tampa. In fact, it's called Sulphur Springs. And when I say it's all good in the hood, I mean it's all good in the hood because you can make a lot of money buying properties that are centrally located in just regular neighborhoods like this one. May not be the best, may not be the neighborhood that you actually want to live, but it's a neighborhood that someone may rent. And right now, investors are looking for cash flow properties. It's very difficult to get a mortgage on some of these properties. So a lot of investors are buying cash, and then they're renting these properties out, and they're for maximum cash flow. I mean, these guys are little boxes. These houses are little boxes that are just spitting out cash. So we're looking for this house, 8704 North
13th Street. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this house real quick and see if we can find it. Because this is a good opportunity for Jeff to successfully close on his first deal. Matter of fact, I think we need to turn around because I think that we came down too far. But this would be a good opportunity for Jeff to get a good deal, one of his first deals, and reach that $25,000 goal. So we're going to allow you guys to just go ahead and follow along and join us while we find this house, so that we can hopefully negotiate the contract at a good price, that we can make money. And again, whenever you're buying real estate, you always make money on the buy, not the sell. That's the first thing that I teach people when they start buying real estate, is that those words of advice. You make money on the buy, not the sell. And the reason why, as simple and elementary as it may sound, is that a lot of people find themselves in an uncompromised situation because they buy real estate for too much. Whenever you buy for too much, you're probably going to find yourself in a situation where you lose money. But if you have the proper training and tools of how to determine value the right way, by using a comparable search, you will be able to buy properties that are priced right so that you can wholesale them to another investor. And see, taking this in consideration, when you're wholesaling, you gotta make sure to leave enough room on the table for the next man, because if you don't leave enough room on the table for the next man, then you're not going to be able to make any money. Now, when you're wholesaling, you're basically trying to buy below wholesale, and then you can wholesale that property to someone who's going to buy it, rehab it, to resell it, or to buy it, to rehab it, to rent it. Again, in this case, because a lot of people are in a buy and hold strategy, a lot of people are trying to hold on to these properties. However, you still have to make sure that the value is there and that you're leaving enough equity on the table so that somebody can buy it from you quickly. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're holding on to these properties, you know, for more than 2 weeks. You know, when you get a property under contract, you want to make sure that you negotiate it. You've been able to negotiate such a great deal that that property is sold within a matter of a couple of days, at least under contract, and with a future closing date. So we're gonna try and see if we can find this house so that we can go ahead and possibly contract it and make us at least $10,000. And again, we're in Sulphur Springs. I've bought hundreds of houses around this area, which is not a bad area at all. It's more low end area in the city, but you know, I like to tell people all the time that, you know, I buy anything for the right price. I don't care if it's in a desert. It could be in Alaska. It could be anywhere, as long as it's priced right and I can foreseeably see myself making a profit. Then I will pull the trigger and buy it. And just because you tell people that you got cash to buy doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have cash to buy. Because what you can do is you can assign the contract to somebody else. And I invented the game of assigning contracts. You guys don't get it twisted. There's a lot of guys out there assigning contracts and doing those kind of deals. But let me tell you something. I was down here wholesaling properties in Tampa when people didn't even know what the word meant. Okay? And if you ask somebody if they're honest with you, whether they're from Tampa or elsewhere, if they are honest with you, they will tell you the same thing. That when I got started wholesaling in Tampa, there was only 2 people in the whole city wholesaling. And that was myself and a guy named Alex Alonzo. It was just us 2 out here hitting the streets really hard and making a whole lot of cash. So I'm going to get permission from this guy and make sure that we can videotape it. And then we're going to videotape this house. And to give you guys a chance to experience what I do. This is real estate investing. This is not make-believe. This is not Hollywood. There's no lights. There's no cameras besides this one. Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's no huge Hollywood production crew, because I do this for real. And I don't want that, because in my mind, all that glitz and glamour and the cameras and all that stuff doesn't mean anything. What matters is what I'm about to do right now, and that's putting together a real deal, okay? You guys come along. Come on.
Go. You heard it yourself from the deal maker extraordinaire, Kenny Rushing. We're gonna make this money, man.